Hello, this is TigressNisha and welcome. Today I'm making a video and it is a complete guide to making nanites. So I wanted to make a video, a one-stop shop, so you could see all the different ways that you could make nanites and then decide from there what you want to do. And it all depends on number one, where you're at in the game, and number two, your style of gameplay, your preferences. Alright, and so I'm recording with PS4, so I only really have about an hour, so I'm gonna go through these as quick as possible, and I'm gonna try to stay in the same system so I don't have to warp around. Alright, so let's get started. So first thing, this is the first time I visited this planet in one of my systems. So the first thing that I'm gonna say is, and this is kind of obvious, but scan everything. And I mean everything. You scan all the animals, you scan the trees, scan all the minerals, visit as many planets. It's really good if you are an explorer and you like to visit a lot of different planets. This is perfect because it's just free nanites sitting there. Alright, so initially when you scan, you're going to get units, but actually you can get nanites from all of this information. Let me see, you can get it about 3 different ways. You can get nanites just from scanning. So the first thing you want to do is just scan, like I said, scan all the animals, scan whatever you can. Alright, I'm going to scan some more stuff here. And then you want to hit the, go into your options here. And then if you go over to discoveries, if you look at the top tab, and you want to come all the way out until you can see the list of all of the different systems that you visited and everything else. If you look, there's an upload all button. And if you're not familiar with that, what that does is uploads all your discovery up to basically the servers, and that information gets saved. So now anytime anyone visited or you visit, all your information is there about it. And you can also rename planets, rename systems, all that good stuff. And once you upload it, you cannot anymore. Alright, and you get about 15, I believe about 15 nanites for each discovery made, and that counts for visiting any system, visiting any planet, and scanning plants, animals, and minerals. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I visited quite a few systems, and now I'm going to upload all. And right there, I got about over 1,500 nanites right there. And that's just from visiting all these different systems, jumping around, going to all the different planets and whatnot. Alright. So that's kind of the easiest way to start out getting nanites, starting off there. Now, depending on where you are in the game, if you're a newbie or a semi-newbie, you may not be able to get here yet, but you need to fly into space and you need to open up the anomaly. So down on the D-pad, over to summon space anomaly and go here. Okay. For those who can't go there yet, it's a special, think of it as a special space station that you can summon anywhere. Alright, and there's a guy that you can visit here, and he'll give you nanites just for the data that you've scanned and got to and discovered while you're at all these different planets. So if you're here, we're going to go over, his name is Helios. So we're going to go to that guy right here, and we're just going to talk to him. Alright. And the more systems and the more information that you have, the more nanites you're going to get. So at this point, I'm going to give them data about creatures. And let's see what I get. There we go. 1,200 right there. And that, again, that's just for going around and discovering things. He'll ask for information about animals, plants, all that good stuff. Let's see, you visit him, but you can't continually visit him over and over again. I think it's in different systems, and you can go in and visit him and get your information, or at least leave the anomaly and come back in. And you'll be able to give him more information, because he may ask for animals now. Next time he may ask about the plants, whatever. Alright. And then also, before I leave, there are these special missions called Nexus missions. And that's the Nexus cube right here in the middle. And if you go here, you'll see that here's the special missions, and you can get, usually it's somewhere over 300 nanites for each mission, and it's similar to the space missions. They're just a little bit harder to do, than the regular space station missions that you see. Alright, so those are some of the ways of starting out to getting them. And then also in discoveries, let's see, if we go and click on any planet, you'll get to see all the fauna, all the animals that are there, okay? And I've only discovered 8. But if I discover all of them, I'll receive another 400 nanites. So if I discover the other 5, I'll just get 400 nanites. And again, that's on any planet. If you discover all the animals, you'll get, a lot of times, I think it's like 350, 400 nanites just for discovering everything. Alright. So that's some of the ways there, starting off. Next, talking about space missions. Now, again, you may already obviously know about the different space missions that you can do from the different space stations. And from those missions, you can get rewards of units, nanites, or some sort of component that you can do something craft with. Sometimes you get salvage data you can turn into other things and whatnot. So, but you can also get nanites as a reward. So space missions are also a good source, especially if you're just starting out to get them. But now there is a little bit of a trick to doing the space missions, so that you can kind of maximize your time and not have to do each one individually all the time. Now, so what I mean by that is that there are some specific type of space missions, okay, that you can start multiple missions at different systems all at one time, but only do it at once. Alright, so you do it one time and it'll count. So for example, if I were to jump to 10 different systems and I do the Hunt Pirates missions, okay, all I would have to do is go to each system, start it, don't do it, but just start the mission. Then once you have all 10 started, then you fly into space, complete the mission, and and it'll count for all 10 times. So that'll save you a lot of time about, having to get in a dogfight with 10 different sets of pirates. Alright? And in case you didn't know, once you turn around on your left hand side, you're gonna find this guy with the different space missions, and you can browse or abandon, and let's see. So he has some hunt pirates, even though the reward is teleport coordinators. If that was nanites, that's what would happen. That's what you would get from it. Let's see. Also, let's see. So not all missions work this way. Only certain missions you can do this, okay? And here are those missions, okay? Hunting pirates, and it doesn't matter what level, dangerous, low level pirates or just regular pirates. You can start them all at the same time, all right? Feeding animals, all right? Killing animals and killing predators, okay? Scanning plants, scanning animals, scanning minerals, any of that. And then lastly, taking photographs, and that's taking photographs of planet landscapes, animals, or buildings. Okay, so you can start taking photograph of a hot planet, 5 different systems, start them all, then finally go take a picture of a hot planet. It counts for all 5. All right, so let's see. So if I go into, so if I happen to go into options and go into log, you can see I have a bunch of different missions started. Not all of them give nanites, but I just wanted to kind of demonstrate all the different ones. And so now I just wanted to demonstrate, here is what you do. So I have all these different missions to hunt pirates. There's one there, one there, one there. Here's some more. So I have a bunch of them, okay? And that's some of the missions. If you look at the bottom right hand side, I'm just scrolling through them. Those are all the different missions that have started because of the pirates. So let's go into space. And I did this on another video, but I just really did want to demonstrate and show you what happens here. So now I need to find, let's see, there we go. Alright, my favorite is the rocket launcher. That seems to do the trick really well. So let's find these pirates. And like I said, it doesn't matter the level, because what it'll do is send out pirates in the highest level, and it still counts for low level and mid. Alright. Okay, let's see. Alright. Nice hit. There we go. Now, if you look in a second here, if you look in the top left hand corner, you're going to see it start cycling through all the different missions that you just did. Alright. So that's what you will want to do there for the missions. Now, there's also another way to profit from doing those different missions, okay? There is a guy on the space station that if you talk to him, he'll give you a gift. Alright? And once you take, and this gift could be units, it could be nanites, or it could be some sort of component that you can sell or do something with. And if it's nanites, it could be anywhere around 480, give or take, worth of nanites. And again, it's just free nanites just sitting there, and you get that from doing the space missions, because you're standing with the different guilds that you can find here under milestones. You can find where your standing is with it. Mine is hated because I stopped a bunch of missions, whatever, what have you, so now I gotta get back in their good graces. So, but if you talk to this guy, let's see if I have gotten a gift from him before here. See, there we go. Okay, so you say accept gift. Let's see what I get. Nanites, perfect. And I got 380. Okay, not bad, not bad at all. And then of course you go to the space station, you go to the back to the guy and hand in your missions and get your nanites. Okay, and depending on how many stations you visit at a time, it's a great way to you can make thousands of nanites pretty easily. And it doesn't take much, just being able to fly around your hyperdrive and do all that. Now, here is another way that has become my new favorite. It is not a new technique by any means. It's just that I didn't do it a lot before, and now I really like doing this, and that's scrapping ships. Okay, and again, some of you folks may already heard about that, doing that, all that good stuff. So it is a great way to make nanites. My suggestion would be to try to go to a 3-tier system. And what I mean by that is that's just the wealth system. If you have the economy scanner, all right, for your ship, you can actually, when you're in the galaxy map, you can actually see what the economy level is by some stars next to the economy item in the list. And if it's all the way lit up for 3, you have a high wealth. 2 is middle and 1 is the lowest. You don't have to be in a high wealth. It's just a little bit better because you're going to get a little bit better quality of ships. You know, you'll get more A class and, you know, higher B class, that kind of thing. All right, but this can be done in any system. And my suggestion is to try to have, let's see, maybe anywhere from 5 to 10 million to start off. That's because some ships, even if they're A and B class, aren't worth as much because they don't have as many slots. But that doesn't mean you're still not going to get good upgrades. And the upgrades are what you're looking for, because you're going to take the upgrades and then you're going to sell those upgrades for nanites. All right. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take the money that you have. You talk to whoever the guy is. You can, let's see, you can look and see just with your scanner the class of this. It's just a C class. That's all right to demonstrate what I want to do. So talk to this guy. All right, and you're going to get an option to make an offer for Lifeform's starship. Now, if you're going to scrap, you can have up to 6 ships, but you probably only want to have 5 so that you can leave yourself a slot so that you can actually buy a ship to scrap. If you don't care, you know, fill them all, but depending on how many you want to scrap on at a time is how many slots you want open. Now in this case, you don't want to exchange, you just want to write out buy it. Alright, and this one is a C class, not a lot of slots, really cheap. Alright, so I'm going to buy that guy. Alright, now we're going to go over here to the right hand side of the screen, and I'm going to go right over to our to the Starship Research Terminal. Okay, and we're going to talk to this guy. Alright, and we're going to say purchase upgrade modules, but instead of buy, we're going to go to sell. It took me a long time before I realized that that was even there. Alright, in this case, oh, I'm sorry, I skipped a step. First off, we have to actually scrap the ship. Alright, so you go over to your right side, you're going to come over here to this terminal. Alright, and you're going to say claim scraps worth. Alright, and you're going to claim the scraps. And when you get those scraps, you're going to get some modules. You're going to get upgrade modules, and you're going to get components that you can sell for that amount. Okay. Alright, let's see. Alright, so now we're going to go here, hit sell, and now you're going to see those different guys. Okay. And when we're talking about the number of nanites you're going to get, for class C, it's going to be under 100. For a class B, it's anywhere from 100 to 200. Class A from 200 to 300. And class S is over 300 nanites. Alright. So I'm just going to claim all that. And that's it. That's all you have to do. And you can take those scraps, run over to the other side, and sell those off. I do know there is a guy that has a YouTube video that goes into a little bit more detail about scrapping ships and making sure you don't lose money. Because if you notice, I paid about $770,000, but that when I scrapped it, it was only worth $505,000. All right. So there are ways of doing that where you won't lose money, but I didn't want to go into that. Okay. So like I said, you can come to the Galactic Trade Terminal and sell that stuff off, and at least get some of your units back. All right. So I'm just going to sell that stuff off. Oh, it was only that. Oh wait, here we go. Okay. Alright, so that's all I got to sell right now. Alright, so that is scrapping ships. Alright, next, refining. Okay. There are a lot of different ways, a lot of different items that you can refine. One of the first things is, if you haven't done it yet, is a derelict freighters. So they're basically abandoned freighters. And what you do is you talk to the scrap dealer who's in the space station. He's near the upgrade terminals on that side. Okay, so we talk to him, and you can ask to acquire coordinates. 5 million. You can ask what they're selling. You can purchase old scrap, all that good stuff. Okay, so these are some of the things you can purchase from him. All right, but what we want are the coordinates. Okay, so we're going to take these coordinates, and once you get that, you get this emergency broadcast receiver. Now let's see if I can demonstrate this quickly and then go into some other refining items. Okay. So now I'm going to use this tune the signal. Alright. And just follow what it says at the bottom right hand, which was activate the pulse drive. And it'll use that signal to find one. And there it is. Alright. And so what you need to do there is you need to look and find the green circle, so that'll tell you where you can land on the freighter, because you can land on it. It's just sometimes hard to see. And there you go, right there. Alright. And on these freighters, you can get different upgrades for your freighter, but what we want is going to be tainted metal. I just wanted to run in here real quick and just show you what one of these looks like, and what you're going to be looking for. So in this case, you're going to be looking for things like this, and if you hit L3, it's going to light up the items that you can claim like a Christmas tree. Alright, so let's see. So it's gotta talk to this guy here. Alright, unseal the door. So I'm not going to go all the way in. I'm just going to alright, so I'm just going to go in here real quick. Not all the way in, but just go in and just look around, and you're going to scavenge, and at some point you'll find some rusted metal. Tainted metal, tainted metal. And that you can refine right into nanites. Alright, so I think there was one more. So I didn't find any in here, but that's okay. If you run around enough and just follow the directions, you will find tainted metal. Alright? And then from there, you just take that and put it in your refiner, and you'll be able to get nanites for that. And for every one tainted metal, you get, I think it's 35. 25 nanites, I believe. Alright. So let's get to my planet. Here we go. Alright. So again, I just wanted to talk about refining items, alright? And there are quite a few things that you can refine into nanites. Alright, so let's while I make my way to one of my bases here, let's just start going down the line of different items that you can have and you can refine. Now, first thing is going to be platinum. Alright, and platinum, you can't find deposits of it like you find gold or silver. As far as large deposits or even extractor deposits, nothing like that. So either you have to you have to refine it from other things. What I do is I'll refine gold and silver together, and that will make platinum. Then you take the platinum and you refine that into, here we go. Took a second to load, and here we go right here. I've refined some platinum right there. I keep that going. And let's see. Now, this way isn't the most efficient because you only get for 35 to 1. Alright? So that's one thing you can refine into nanites. Next thing, larval core. So this guy right here. That'll give you 1 to 50. And I just happen to have 5 there. Go refine right there and just add it, and it'll add it to your list of to your total of there. So let's see, other things you can refine. You can refine platinum. You can refine larval core, which is found in abandoned facilities where you see the whispering eggs. You shoot those. The egg comes out first, but you have to be careful because what's called monstrosities come out and try to hurt you. Alright? But that's how you get that. Then there's Hadal core, and that's found in an underwater plant called an alluring specimen. Alright, so you find that in water. Pugnium, you get those by killing sentinels. Alright. Let's see, what else? We also can refine salvage data. Now, salvage data you can find on almost any planet. And let's see, where did I put that salvage data? There we go. You can find it on pretty much any planet, and it's 1 to 15. And all you need to do is run around and dig that out with your terrain manipulator. And there you go. So just scan around for it right there. There's your buried technology. That's exactly what you're looking for right there. So once you find that, mark that guy, run over there, and you can dig that up and use that salvage data, and you can refine that into nanites. Alright. There's also runaway mold, which can be refined from living slime, and you can refine that into nanites as well. And then lastly is facium and hexite. Facium basically is from you can get from different plants and certain things like that. You can also get it from the poo of the animals once you feed them, which is kind of funny. And the hexite is kind of weird. Sometimes you can get it from different NPCs in the game. They'll give it to you. I'm not sure if you can get it through Nexus missions. But it's kind of weird how you can get it. There's like no, at least, and please players correct me if I'm wrong, no set way to get hexite all the time. But that's something you can put together and do that. All right. Not lastly, but coming up on is cooking. Now, cooking is very similar to crafting. All right. And basically you're going to take items, cook them into some sort of food, and then you can take different items that you cook, put them together, and create yet another. So it's very much like crafting. All right. And so this particular base actually is set up so that I can use the gamma root for cooking. All right. And so let's see, and what you do is once you cook these items, we're going to go back into the anomaly and talk to a guy named Kronos, and you give him an item and he'll give you nanites. What I'm cooking right now, what I give to him ultimately is called delicious vegetable stew. All right. And once you do that, you can you go to Kronos, talk to him, give him one, and let's see, I was getting about 190 for each one. All right. Let's see. So in this case, I was also using fungal mold. You can take that, process it, and it gives you the non-toxic mushrooms. Let's see what I have here. More fungal mold. Let's see what's in the blue guys. Okay, so this is my gamma root, and I'm refining it into sievert beans. Okay. Nothing in there right now. Perfect. Okay. So in this case, so you could set up one farm just with gamma root, get everything you need just for this delicious stew. Alright, and so here's what I'm doing. Alright, so basically once you have these guys, okay, I'm gonna put it here. Once you have those, and you can take them, I'm gonna take these as well, and you can make them into steamed vegetables. Okay, Okay, and then you can take steamed vegetables plus these beans or those non-toxic mushrooms and make fiber stew. All right, so now I'm going to take some more of these. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of the steamed vegetables and some of this stuff here, and we're going to make the fiber stew. So as you can see, you get up to 3 slots. It's very much like crafting, you know. It's just, in my view, it's just another crafting process. All right, and we're also going to put together, let's see, steamed vegetables with each other. Let's see if I can find some here. I gotta craft some more. Let's see if I have any steamed vegetables. Sure. Okay, that works for now. Perfect. Now, I'm going to take this steamed vegetables, and now this is going to make a flavorsome sauce. All right. And so now I'm going to take that flavorsome sauce along with, let's see, where's that fibrous stew, and then that's going to make the delicious vegetable stew. All right, so just like I said, just like crafting, a few steps, and you're able to get that. Now here's the part that takes a little bit long, and again, this all depends on your style of gameplay. If you don't mind waiting a little bit and doing this, no big deal. All right, so now we're going to go into the anomaly. Okay, I'm going to summon it up far enough. All right, and we're going to talk to Kronos, who because he basically judges what you cook for him, and if he thinks it's good, he'll give you a lot more. He'll give you a lot of nanites. If he doesn't think it's good at all, he'll just he'll give you a little bit of nanites. So that's why I kind of settled at delicious vegetable stew, because I didn't want to craft forever or cook forever. All right. And something that I didn't mention is you need the nutrient processor to do the cooking. And you get the nutrient processor here in the anomaly at the construction research station. And if you go under technologies, you will find the nutrient processor. All right, it doesn't take much to create it. A couple of metal plating, hermetic seal, and sodium. All right, and you can, and they're portable, so you can pick them up, and you can put down. I haven't seen. I didn't have a limit to how many I put down right there. So, all right. So now we're gonna come over to this guy. You can see he's cooking, and just talk to him. And it'll have a list of the different things that you have. And you just say present the stew and just see what he says. You got done yourself, awesome. So I should get about 129, excuse me, not 190, 129. So now I'm going to kind of walk away a little bit, give it a second. This is the part that makes it take long. Is walking away from him and then talking to him again, because you can only give him one at a time. which I really hope they fix that, or at least not fix it, but make it so that you don't have to go back and forth. There you go. So now I got 129. If you stay there and keep talking to him and keep presenting him, you'll get less and less. That's why I'm walking away and coming back. So for this, I probably get maybe about 70 or 40. Nope, still got the 129. Let's see. Alright. All of a sudden, it's going to not prove me wrong. Splendid. Now, see that it said 199. That was collectively. So I got 129 the first time, and then I just got 70. Alright. So that's just something to remember as you're doing that. Alright. Alright, perfect. So you can just do that, and I don't feel like talking to him over and over again. And then I'm just going to visit this guy Helios again and see if he asks for a different set of information from me. No, he did not. That's okay. Summon him in a new system and he'll probably ask you some more questions. Alright? And so those are pretty much the ways of making nanites. I know that there are some other smaller ways of making nanites. But I wanted to hit some of the major ones where you can get lots of nanites at one time. You can also find damaged machinery, pretty much any planet. So let me just land somewhere on this planet here. Ooh. Hostile scan. Okay. Don't feel like fighting right now, so I'm just going to pay for it. Alright, so let's just keep going. So damaged machinery, again, you look with your scanner and you can pretty much find it on any planet. I'm sure some of you folks have already seen a little piece of machinery that's glowing blue. Look for that guy, talk to it. Sometimes you get upgrades and other things, but most of the time you're gonna get for that cog in a little diamond there, and it'll say damaged machinery. Let's go over and find that guy. Again, this is a nice easy way starting off of getting nanites. So alright, and a lot of times when you find damaged machinery, if you look around, you'll see the buried technology, which is that salvage data. So I'm going to talk to this guy first. And you can either save this, and I believe you can take that and you can refine it into living slime into mold. I'm sorry, into runaway mold, and then into nanites. So you could actually keep this if you want to. I'll just keep it just for demonstration, and then use your terrain manipulator to dig up salvage technology. Sorry, salvage data. Okay, and there you go. All right. And one other way, and I'm not going to get a chance to get into it right now, is manufacturing facilities. When you go to different manufacturing facilities and break in, and you have to answer a question, usually you'll get 3 options. If you get it correct, you'll get usually an option to get a blueprint, get units, or get nanites. So that's another way of getting nanites as well. Alright. Now the key to doing manufacturing facilities, and I talk about this in another video, is before you answer the question, save your game. either you jump in and out of your ship, go and have a save beacon or a save point, but save your game before you answer that question, before you even start talking to it. And then if you get it wrong, then you could just restart your game. It'll restart it right from where you were, and you can go through. It'll be the same question, and you can just pick a different answer until you pick the right one. All right. So that is all that I have right now. Again, for my more seasoned and veterans, if I've forgotten something, a major way of getting nanites, please let me know. I could always re-record this video. But so hopefully this is going to be helpful for some of you folks. Please let me know what you think. Let me get feedback. I'm also on PS4, TigressNisha, same name as my YouTube name, just one word. And also I'm going to put in the description, I'll put in my friend code. So if anybody wants to, hit me up, you're welcome to do so. And of course, if there's something that I miss, put it in the comments. I'll look at those, and if there's enough things that I miss, I will go in and redo the video. Alright, so have a good one, everybody, and happy travels.